Visible policing is a key component in the fight against crime, says Minister of Police Bheki Cele. The minister touched down in East London as part of his national tour assessing the festive safety campaign that was launched late last year. He was accompanied by the National Police Commissioner, Khehla Sitole. Busisiwe Jemsana Mantashe caught up with the minister at one of the crime prevention roadblocks during the visit.
Very good afternoon. We are coming to you from the N2 in near King Williamstown, where the police together with Home Affairs traffic officials are on their last leg of the Safer Season operation here in the Eastern Cape. But to talk about, to ask more about that, I'm joined by the police minister himself, Minister Bheki Cele. Minister, thank you so much for joining us. The last leg of your operation now. Are there trends that you have picked up from the operations that we're holding across the country?
It has been a long journey, a really long journey. We started somewhere in November. We are happy to reach our last leg today with the blessing of the road. Yes, there are many lessons. One major lesson that we have always known about it, but moving around among the people has told us that drugs in South Africa is the issue with ordinary person, ordinary ma, ordinary daughter, ordinary son. So we will fuse that in our plan. Other thing is pickpocketing of the young people, that they move amongst and between the people to take stuff out of the bags themselves, the cell phones and all that kind of thing. But one thing people they have raised, they were very thankful that there is a visibility. They would argue that because we are there, National Commissioner, we are there, that's why. And they have really instructed us to say they want to see this visibility staying, which is a big portion of policing. The visibility. But one lesson that we'll cherish all the time are relationships that we created between the communities and the police. And we have been talking to our permanent structures, your provincial commissioners, the provinces, to keep that relationship with the communities in that particular area. It improves policing, give them an opportunity to give us some information, they tell us what is happening and all that. So it has been very taxing, I must say, very tiring, but a very rewarding time.
And police visibility, in order for it to be successful, you need enough personnel in your police stations, on the road. Are there plans to increase men in blue in the country?
Well, up to this point, the problem we're facing, we have a serious shortage. According to the United Nations standards, policing is supposed to be 1 police to 220 members of the community. In South Africa, we are 1 to 383. We are almost double. That's why the commissioner's intake will have to be increased. We had a sizable intake this passing here of 3,000 some odds. I'm sure you 3,700. I think we'll be pushing it to 5,000. It's not going to put us near the satisfaction. But I must say, the pass out parade Friday before Christmas has helped us a lot. Most of those students, they went to malls, they went to the beach, they were on the street. We worked with them, we met them everywhere. We were so much visible. And we believe that with the figures going up, South Africans will be happy to see the visibility and working together with those young students coming out. We have told them, all of them without fail, I want to repeat without fail, nobody had Mukaba, nobody had any court. We wanted them to stay that way at least for 7 years without changing the uniform, the size of the uniform. If you change the size of the uniform, we send you for gym and then you sit on them. But otherwise, we believe that if we get those figures, South African policing will be better. And we want to go on and say we are inviting the communities to be part of us. We will be part of the communities. We're committing ourselves to work with the communities. Once we work together properly, criminals will be squeezed. They won't have a space. Communities, police working together, criminals will jump.
Lastly, Minister, you might have all these police personnel, increase them to 5,000, increase them to 10,000, but the shortage of police vehicles remains a challenge, especially here in the Eastern Cape. How are you going to deal with that?
Well, if I go to Northwest, they will say especially here in the Northwest. If I go to KZN, they will say especially here in KZN. It's an overall, remember, Commissioner and myself, we have a helicopter eye view. We look at the whole nation, we know who is better, who's what. We are not going to have them, all of them at the same time, but we shall try our best to work according to the responses. For instance, in 3 weeks' time, we will come back to this province, get a day to sit down, what best we can do to improve policing, and other provinces will be doing the same. Resources are not going to increase. We all know the economic situation in the country. We all know that Dr. Mfoleti, how many beds we will want, how many nurses, how many doctors, and all that. The cake is not going to increase. We'll have to learn to work within what we have. So that's why we come together to sit and find the answers. One thing for sure, we will find the answers and we'll make sure that South Africans are safe, and not just safe, but do feel safe.
Minister, thank you so much for your time. I know you've got another operation in Tanzania. Thank you so much, Police Minister Bheki Cele, reassuring South Africans that they are going to create an environment where South Africans feel safe, but top on the agenda to deal with drugs in the country and also deal with criminals, deal with police shortages and police vehicles that are a shortage in the province and, as he said, in the country at large. From now, we're going to Tanzania, where he will hold another operation. We did see him interacting with motorists, checking if the licenses, if the vehicles are in place. We also saw the illegal immigrants that have been taken by Home Affairs Immigrants Services because they do not have the documentation that permits them to be in the country. They await their family relatives to bring those to them, failing which they will be taken to Home Affairs waiting area where they will be deported back to their countries of origins. It is things like that that are happening on the N2 near King Williamstown. It's a massive operation, the last leg, as the minister put it. But for now, it's back to you in studio.